right now. Can you believe it?
It's a great day.
Yeah.
Nice to
It-
see
uh,
you.
Likewise, thank you. It's very sunny here, but this is very cloud. This is how it's Canada is very tricky when it's coming for the weather.
We have blue sky. That's a good thing. We don't have snow on the ground.
It sounds good, but it's raining outside. I don't know how it's in your city.
We have no rain. I'm not far away from you, but it happens. We
Yeah,
get
but
some.
so this is the strange. One of the things it's number one topics to be discussed between the Canadian, the weather. They consider this is the top rated topics to discuss all the time, and I can't feel right now why. So, like, Karen, thank you for your time, and let me introduce you and everyone on the live. Thank you for being part from this community, and you are welcoming. And we just started right now. If you just join us, please let me know. Oh, sorry, I'm doing very bad. So if you join us and you are on the live right now, please let me know from where you are connect and what is your background, and if you have any question, please feel free to type your question on the chat, and we will do our best to give the answer by the end, so through the my guest Karen. So today I have Karen is as a project manager. We work together in the same company, and I work with Karen before I came to Canada over the seas, and I learned a lot
Mm.
from her. Then I met her in person. So we will dive into something a little different when it's coming for the healthcare professional, but highly relevant. How project management tool and mindset can support us in the healthcare. I am joined by someone who is lived both worlds. So Karen is a seasoned program manager with experience across industry, including healthcare. So welcome, Karen. I try to give insight who you are, but I cannot cover everything. So please feel free.
Yeah, no, thank you for the welcome. I'm excited to be here. I'm not interested in bringing jargon, but there are going to be some words that I'm going to use to help share practical tools that I think make things go smoother, especially in high pressure environments like healthcare.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I noticed this while I working with you. So let's just start here. What led you to create a playbook for the healthcare? When I mean playbook for project management playbook.
Yeah, so the playbook I created because I've worked in organizations where teams were burned out. I experienced it. A lot of people are experiencing it, especially when you're working in an environment that's stretched thin and you're trying to deliver high stakes outcomes. Sounds familiar,
Mm.
right?
Sure. Yes. You
So,
remind me a lot of the things.
the playbook is not what it's not. It's not a rule book. It's a guide. It's a flexible guide that helps people lead with intention. How to get aligned, stay accountable, and communicate clearly without needing to have more hours in the day. Healthcare already does this intuitively. This playbook just helps make it more visible and repeatable.
Yeah, so Karen here, I want to let you know that some people might say, but healthcare isn't a
Correct.
management. So how do you bridge that?
It's not Healthcare is not a project, right? Um, I hear that. I hear that. But let's think about it and ask. Patient care involves teams, time pressures, risks, outcomes, and constant communication. That's project management. That's what I experience in the world that I live in. Have you ever done a patient handoff.
Sure.
In my world, in project management, that's called a stakeholder transition. Have you tracked a patient's recovery steps? That's what I would call a milestone path. Have you chased down missing labs? That's issue resolution. So we're talking about one and the same thing in two different types of environments. You're already doing it. When I say you, I mean the people who might be here today or listening. What you and I are talking about today is how to see it, project management, and refine what you do and how you do it. Um, so
Yeah. Uh, so that's very interesting. I try to reflect what you have said, and I see it makes sense. It's only the terminology, but the concept itself, if we think uh, out of the patient emotional, if they are the same, we will deliver the same quality and make sure the patient is safe, but still they are the same, but the terminology is different. They're more about deliverables, and that's happening on the business, and here it's happening on the patient. So if you allow me, let's talk about accountability. Okay.
yeah, so
So
all right, you want to dig into the four pillars. In the playbook that I wrote, there are four pillars.
mm,
The first pillar is accountability and follow through. And I just want to do a little bit of a step back. What we're talking about, to summarize what we're talking about, you introduced a headline to this topic, and it's called. I wrote it down. I don't see it anywhere, but I wrote it down, and you said it's translating bedside skills into leadership roles.
mm,
So that's what we're talking about. I think it's important to constantly look at what are we here for? What are we doing? What's our objective? So let's get back into those four pillars: accountability and follow through. Um, in healthcare, you don't just say, let's hope someone follows up. You chart it, you communicate it. So this is the first pillar in the playbook. And in project work, we assign owners, we log risks, we check back. The difference is just in the language. The mindset is already there. It's just what you just said.
mhm. So speaking about the four pillars, and thank you for highlighting that and cover that. So we discussed the first one, the accountability and follow up and follow through. The second one will be the communication and influencing based on how you define the fourth pillar in your playbook. So what about communication, especially things when get it hard and complex?
When things get complex, I love it. This is my sweet spot, and it's also where healthcare shines. Patient handoffs are an art. You translate complexity right there at the bedside, at the handoff. You're translating that complexity, ensuring nothing falls through the cracks. And often you do this under pressure. Project leaders do the same. Communication, that second pillar, is managing expectations, navigating different personalities, and making sure the right people get the right information at the right time.
Yeah, absolutely. And the third pillar here, we are speaking about process optimization.
Yeah.
And I believe both of us, we work on a lot of the project through our employer. And this is crystal clear for everyone, where this is part from their day-to-day operation. And this is also from the project management perspective. So do more with less. We hear this a lot. So
Uh-huh.
we how does process optimization help?
Process optimization, that third third pillar, it's about removing friction. So you're optimizing process because something in the process doesn't work, something is stuck, something is causing friction. So think of a triage system that reduces the ER wait times, or a standard protocol that helps nurses move quicker without guessing.
Mm.
So in project terms, that's what we call lean. Um, you might have heard of Lean Six Sigma. Lean is what we do in project management to apply optimization to a process. So continuous improvement. And you don't need a fancy degree. You have the instinct to ask, is there a better way to do this?
Absolutely, absolutely. I do agree with that. And apart from this, which makes sense, your fourth pillar, with is data driven and decision making. So we will do the process optimization and we will measure this through the data. So here, my question for you, and this is the final one. Let's talk about the data. How we can utilize data for our benefits.
Yeah, so fourth pillar is data-driven decision making. We can't make good decisions unless we have data. So starting with data, data in healthcare saves lives. It's the business that we're in together. It helps make the invisible visible. In projects, it's the same. I'm I am measuring my success in my projects by looking at, am I on track? Am I hitting targets? You wouldn't treat a patient without vitals. And in my world, in project management, we don't run a project without metrics. So same.
Absolutely. So thank you, Karen, for what have been discussed and revealed right now with us. There is a lot of make sense how you simplify the project management, which is considered a black box for a clinician, and you make it more easy to absorb. So one things here I want to ask you about integrating with the project management mindset. So, as a project manager mindset, what one things you think every healthcare worker have to know about the project manager role?
Well, they're already doing it. That's what they need to know. So again, I want to go back and make sure that we're clear on what we're talking about here and why we're here. We're talking about not necessarily having people in healthcare move out of healthcare. We already don't have enough people in healthcare. What we're talking about is adding on to the skill set and taking some of the things that you already do. You're already doing some of these things. So it's a mindset, resilience, communication, rapid decision making, tracking outcomes. The difference is that in project management, we make it visible and easier to share. So you are in healthcare already project leaders. I'm just here to maybe help, hopefully help by giving you a toolkit and translating that project management mindset into some of the things that you already do.
Absolutely, and you just nail it, and you mention it. We are trying to give them the tools and technique to help the clinician improve their role, and that not intended to get them to leave the industry because we need them there. We try to empower them, and there is a lot of the need for that. But this will give me a question. Uh, I am assuming I am still as on the bedside, and I am a busy in the busy clinic or a busy hospital or ward, whatever where I work, and I want to try this. What or when do I start?
Okay.
or
Um,
where do I start?
well, okay,
When
so you always start small, doing one thing, one change, and so pick a thing, pick one thing. Maybe assign an owner in a huddle. That's a project management skill set. So you're in your huddle and you assign an owner. So please own this. Um, that might be something you're already doing already. So how about another one? Track outcomes over time. Use whiteboards. You've got whiteboards. Use them. Sticky notes, EMR flags, whatever works. And so your question is, how do I start? Pick a thing to change. Pick a thing to try that you don't already do. Ask questions like, what's working? What's not working? What's getting in our way? And ask that of your team too. I'm sure you're already doing that. That's the beginning of every great project and every great change.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you, Karen, so much for that. It is eye-opening and completely grounded on our own world. And the communication, this is one of the most important things in the healthcare and the responsibility of the project manager as well.
Well, yeah, it seems and sounds simple, but so I think again, you being the audience, you have the instincts, and I just want to make sure that you feel empowered. You use that word; it's a really good word to lead. So what do we do?
Thank you, Karen. I try to hop into the chat and see if there is any questions. It seems there is no question. That means it's a good sign. Everyone, it's crystal clear for them how the concept it's compatible and aligned with day-to-day operation they do. And I want to highlight it here. Anyone interested to get Karen Playbook and toolkit to use it in day to day and to see how the project management align and can help them, please put a comment in on the chat or send me a direct message DM, and I will share this toolkit which has been created by Karen as a gift from us to thank you for what you are doing for us and also to see how the project management it's aligned with you. If you are interested more about moving forward with this role and try to play a project manager role within your industry, we are also happy to help you and to support you with this journey. So Karen and I, we are very keen to support you. So Karen, as we don't have any questions, any final thoughts before we call it a day?
No, I'm just looking outside and seeing if hoping your rain is gone. So let's take some time now that we've wrapped up a bit early. We can go outside and get some fresh air. That's a good thing.
Thank you for your time. And if you see this is topic something interesting for you and you want more dive in, we are happy to do that. We try to give the high level insight without getting those jargon and fancy word. It's very simple. We do this in every day. Thank you, Karen. See you next time. Have a
All
good
right.
day.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.